Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Greetings, and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays. And this is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Well, how are you doing today? That's one of my biggest questions today. I wanted to know, do you know how you feel? Yesterday I did a post on my story and it says, sometimes the people who used to know you from a long time ago may not recognize you today. And that is, where are you in life? Have you transformed? Have you changed? Have you changed drastically? Have you changed places? Have you changed friendships, school, whatever it is? But what is the impact that has had on your life and who you are? Okay. If you don't know me, my name is Liza Boubari. By trade, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and stress management consultant, and specializing in women's wellness. Today I want to talk to you about a program, one of my programs that it's already in the works and it's been working. A lot of people who come to me, especially to a hypnotherapist, especially to me, when they come in feeling powerless, feeling anxious. Well, I like to call it, they feel in pain. There's some kind of a pain. And so the entire thing is to take them from this pain point to a place that they feel so much better. So I developed this program called From Pain to Gain. And today I want to talk to you about the first segment, which is the P, from pain to gain. We're going to be discussing the pain. And I might even propose some questions to you. So what does it mean to be in pain? I like to share with you when I talk about pain and feeling powerless and going from pain to gain. I believe that coming through that hardship prepares ordinary people just like you and me for an extraordinary destiny. We are destined in life to move forward. We never go backwards, right? So as Les Brown said, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are stuck and living our fears. So I want for you to take a setback, not a setback, but take a moment to realize where you are. How do you feel? So feeling powerless means that 46%, and we're talking about 46% of Americans say they feel out of control and powerless in their life's choices. We're talking about, that's pre-COVID. And after COVID, that number of 46 has come up to 57%, not feeling in control. And the national survey found that 82% of women regularly or sometimes feel insecure in their relationship. And 74% of men would rather know that people respect them than love them. They rather be respected than loved. So when we are talking about powerless, is how do we come to go from to be powerless as being without influence, feeling I have no control over my life, and it's commonly mistaken for feeling hopeless and helpless. So I'm Liza Boubari, and this is the 3E event. Journey within and harness your inner power, September 30th, October 1st, at the Westin Rancho Mirage Resort and Spa. Get your tickets today at the3eevent.com. So Is there any part of your life that right now you may feel I'm out of control? It could be a habit that you want to change and you can't get out of it. I just got a call half an hour ago. This beautiful lady who found me on Yelp, and she was like saying, I'm at my last wit. I'm going through a divorce. The kids with the school and everything, and I feel that my life has been turned upside down. I can't find myself. And yet, when she asked about my fees, she says, oh, I can't afford that. And then she goes into tears. So I understand that, because it can be difficult to overcome feeling this powerlessness, this helplessness, because when we are stuck in there, when you may be stuck in that place of, I don't know what to do, I can't get out of this, and I see no door, I see no hope. You feel as if you are stripped by your ability to feel in control. That's when I step in. You know, the work that I do, some say you're like a disruptor. I disrupt the mindset, and I like to call it when we shift our mindset from the core is a shift that you may have not seen, and with a small little change, tapping into your subconscious mind, or sometimes it doesn't even have to be that deep of a work. Sometimes all you have to do is see another version, and you find another door that opens, you know, instead of banging on the same door, turn around and there is a window, and all you have to do is open that window. The glimpse of hope. And when you find that, when you see it, you realize I'm no longer powerless. Okay? And so there's two things to consider when you feel powerless. One is what you can control, and another is what is outside of your control. So what I do is I guide you so that you stop giving away your power, that you find your control, whatever it is that needs to be taken care of. Becoming powerless doesn't happen just like that. It's not this one relationship. And what she said is like, I'm sick and tired of falling into the same rut of attracting the same man and finding the same men who are not good for me. And there's something needs to be changed. Yes. It's not about them. It's always about you. The same thing as my other client yesterday. In this relationship, yes, I see both men and women. So to me, it doesn't matter when we are in that feeling of I need to make that change, but I need help. So it could be consciously, subconsciously. As a clinical hypnotherapist, I may do the hypnosis for you to tap into the subconscious, for you to make the massive shift. And yet as an action coach, what I do is also just for you to see the patterns, recognize the patterns. That's why we call it the evoking what was. So it's like recognizing the patterns that you have created for yourself for whatever reason, and you may feel powerless, but it was a comfort zone. I know you might turn around and say, why would anyone put themselves in that kind of a situation and call it a comfort zone? Well, I may have said this story before, But Jim Rohn also talks about this story. And if you don't know who Jim Rohn is, please Google. He's like the master of the master in Think and Grow Rich. And I've mentioned that book many times. So Jim Rohn is talking about the story that apparently someone goes to talk to the guru and have a interview with a guru. So as he's sitting there interviewing the guru and talking to the guru, he's immersed in his talk, and he recognizes on the side that there is the guru's dog is right there at the foot of the chair, moaning and groaning, like right, the way dogs do. And with anyone else, they would like pet the dog or check and see what's going on, right? And after a while, the guru's not paying attention. He keeps looking at the guru, they talk, and then again, he diverts his attention to the dog. And then to a point that after a few times, the guru says, what's going on? What is distracting you? He says, your dog. Your dog is moaning and groaning and has been right there. He says, yes. He's sitting on a needle. I mean, a nail. There's a nail on the wood, and he's sitting on it. And he says, but aren't you going to do anything about it? He says, apparently it's not hurting bad enough. So why am I saying this story? Because it's a process that for most people, the process is so gradual, just like the frog. If you dump a frog in a hot water, it will do all the splash and everything and leap out. But if you put a frog in a cool water or a lukewarm water and very gently turn the fire underneath it, and the water starts boiling and boiling, the frog will remain there, unfortunately, until it boils. There are so many ways that I can explain that being and feeling powerless seems like an easy way to be protected, to be accepted. I'm like, I feel helpless, I can't do anything, please, you take care of it. And by doing that, when we say stop giving your power away, means take ownership. Take ownership of your own pain. Take ownership of what is the problem. Take ownership, and once you start chipping away, peeling away the layers of why you feel I don't deserve or I feel helpless, and you come to own your self-worth, that's when you find you're taking more control. You can breathe better. You can find a sense of freedom, and there is an answer. So in my program, I talk about stop giving your power for others to feel better. And recognize, you can even write, you can create a column on a piece of paper. I would put a column and say, where in my life or in my relationships or in my work, in my job, with my children, with my partner, with my lover, with my family, with my parents, whatever it is, where do I feel lack thereof? Where do I feel I'm out of control? Or it could be even finances or health. And on the other column, I want you to write, here's the problem. This is where I feel lack thereof or helpless or out of control. And what can I do What is it that I want? On your second column, what do I want? This is how I want to feel. And on your third column, what actions can I take to get here? What actions do I need to take? What can I do to feel differently? What can I do to make the change at home, at work, with my finances? You know, one of the things about finances is, just like her, we say, I can't afford. But what is it that you can't afford? Can you afford feeling helpless? Can you afford feeling out of control? Can you afford constantly, what her was like, I don't sleep more than 2 hours. Well, can you afford being sleepless? Can you afford being angry and with that anxiety and sleeplessness and still cope with your children and everything else in your life? So when you take power in your hand and you do this 3 columns, where am I? What do I want? How can I get there? And if you say, I don't know the ways, then call me. Call me. Let's see what are your blocks. What is standing in your way? Sometimes you may be in a cage with the key in your pocket and not realizing. All I have to do is unlock and walk out. Because I think I can't. Or I'm in fear. Stop worrying. And when I say stop worrying, because so many of us rather be stuck in this worry worth instead of taking the action. So, and the last thing that I would like to say is establish a core self. Like, what gives you a sense of power? If today, just for today, good morning, just for today, you were to make one change in your life, just one change, what change would you make? What change can you make in the next hour? If you have to say, okay, I feel so anxious, what is the one change you can make? Hi, Claudia, how are you? Is to say, I can start writing this down. Or you can turn around and say, I've been writing and writing and writing, and all I can think of is the problems. Well, what if you turn around and say, here's the problems. What is it that I desire? What is it that I choose in my life? This is my dream. This is my desire. And what is the one thing I can do today or in the next hour? Just one thing. And it comes from gratitude. Today, this is where I am. Oh, start with one change. Thank you, Lisa. You're welcome. Hi, Robert. How are you? One change in our life, one spark, one glitter. So when I was talking to her and when she said, I can't afford you, and I said, that's fine. You can't right now. By tonight, I want you to think, what is it that you cannot not afford? What is it that you want in your life? And I guarantee you, because of the work that I do, after 22 years, you know, my expertise has developed that not only as a hypnotherapist and stress management, anger management, those certificates doesn't really matter. I treat you as a whole. Because you might be in this abusive cycle, and sometimes we don't realize what is the cycle inside our head. And if I can give you a glimpse of a freedom to shed a light so you can shed a tear, a tier of self-confidence and self-acceptance and self-appreciation. To see that glimpse of hope, that light that you are. And come from fear to freedom. That you can come from fear to freedom in your mind, in your heart. And I guarantee you, if you have this residual pain that constantly just travels in your body, you will begin to heal that too. So, heal within is not a magic, is a choice. I transformed over 25 years ago by healing my ovarian cyst, by healing, and left a very good paying position as an assistant to attorney to do the work that I do. And every single morning I wake up and I say, I am grateful. Who can I serve today? Because truly the work that I do is of service. So, feeling powerless? Take your power back. Yes, stay in tune because my program, my offer is coming to light next month. And if you have not, ladies, if you have not already registered, do yourself a favor. Register for the 3eevent.com. And if you think a glimpse of what I say right here is powerful, wait until you are immersed in a 2-day healing. Immersing yourself with powerful speakers who will give you tools and techniques to take you from this level to another level. Healing exercises that we're going to be doing. And then not only you're in a 5-star hotel, but at night on the first day we're going to go to the lawn, on the green lawn, that beautiful place under the stars, and we're going to do the sound bath healing. This 2 days is a 2-day of transformation. And if that is what you desire, and you want this for you and for your family, because when you feel good, they feel good. When they start feeling good, you smile. Most of my clients say, Liza, the work that I have been doing with you, I didn't realize it's affecting my children. And they're calmer too. Yes, because everything is energy. You are energy. When you feel better, they feel better. So let's shift the cycle of downwards, just like a lotus, upwards. I look forward to coming to you, to your home, for you to come in here, either in person, via Zoom, or my arms will be open to give you a hug when we are together. And until then, God bless you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Claudia. And every one of you who watches these episodes. Subscribe, share, and I thank you. God bless you, and look forward to seeing you next week. May the universal light surround you. Bye-bye. And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.